Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Nowhere, Kansas. And guess what, everyone? It's early spring. Grass is green here again. Temperature is a balmy 52 degrees, and it just finished raining in the game here, by the way. So we do have the wet crop symbol up. Yeah, it's looking quite nice here. It was actually rather interesting when the grass here in the game actually started greening up. Was it the 5th day of spring? Or not 5th day of spring, the 5th day of winter. Which, if you remember, when I set it to 6-day seasons length there. So if I remember correctly, on the 5th day of winter, the grass actually started greening up. I was kind of surprised to see that. Normally with most seasons, geos, it's not till like the 1st day of spring things start turning green. But anyway, with that in mind, everyone, we've got some work we can do. And I thought we'd start off small here. We're going to go over to, at least I'm assuming this field needs to be replanted here. This did have soybeans on it. Let's see the verdict. I haven't actually checked that, but I think we just need to replant this field. I'm assuming it's not growing, right? Nope, it is currently says harvested. Even though, everyone, we technically did not harvest it, I'm not entirely sure what happened to this field. It, yeah, I don't know, it just never finished growing, right? So, oh well. Not sure why that was. Again, I suspect maybe a conflict with the Seasons mod geos there. Again, when I had the Midwest geo activated, I no longer do. Hello, dryer that's making sounds. There's nothing in there. You shouldn't be running. Oh, well. I'll just wander over to this field here real quick a minute here. Make sure everything's looking right. Should be. I wouldn't know why not. Yep. Looks like a field. That's indeed what it looks like, actually. Yeah, it looks like a harvest. Well, I guess, is that what a soybean harvested field looks like on this map? I don't see any stalks sticking up. That's why I'm kind of curious. I just see the matted soybean texture on the soil. I guess that's what it looks like. Anyway, let's get some planters. Like I said, we shouldn't have to do anything to that field but plant it, which that should be easy enough to do. We got a couple of spare 9620 RXs laying over here somewhere, right? There should be a couple of them with as many as what we have. And again, everyone, that should be a bit of a busy spring here. As a reminder, if you haven't seen anything on this series so far, maybe you're just joining us here. Nowhere, Kansas, 16x map, everyone. And we are basically farming the entire map. Yes, there is a field down here, too, by the way. It is the grass field we have. So it just, yeah, it's not activated. So that's why the grass is not showing up. So, yes, we're almost farming the entire map here, everyone. And again, 16x map, 16 times bigger than the normal map. So a normal map being, you know, like Giants in-game maps. They're perfect. Single 9620RX just sitting there. How is that possible? There's actually some more at the shop, too, if we need more. I think we're good. Which reminds me, I did ask last episode what tractor I should be putting on our DB120s. I'm just going to put this tractor on it for now. We'll have to get to the comments here in a moment. I don't think I've looked at some of the comments. I don't believe I remember seeing any comment from anyone saying what tractor we should put on those yet. Oh, perfect. I'll race that on soybeans too. That's probably the tractor and the planter, or not the tractor, the planter I used to plant the field initially. And we'll probably, yeah, we can get 2 planters going on this field, because why not? It should be big enough for that. It'll probably still take a couple hours to plant this field, even with one DB120. And just a reminder, everyone, too, in case you're doubting the size of this map, keep in mind that the 2 fields up here, these 2 fields, are both almost equivalent to the size of an entire 4X map, everyone. Keep that in mind. I'm trying to think, what would be I can't think of a name of a 4X map right off the top of my head here, everyone, but just, you know, imagine a 4X map. The entire 4X map would fit inside, well, not quite, because this field's not quite that big, but almost inside of that field. That is almost how big that field is, everyone. It's not just, you know, the size of a field on a 4X map, it is the size of an entire 4X map. So, yeah, if you haven't played on a map of this size, everyone, it's kind of hard to comprehend the size of it. And as I've noted before, when I kind of sort of my, like, a first official playthrough on a 16X map, We've toyed around on 16x maps before, but never really actually like did an official single-player series on one before. So, yeah, it's definitely having a bit of fun on here. You know, seeing how far we can push some of the equipment here. Yeah, this is getting interesting. I think Courseplay probably thinks so too. Or maybe not quite so much. Okay, so we need to go get another 9620 RX mount. Wonder where I can get one of those. Yeah, fancy. We got one right sitting down at the shop here, I do believe. At least there was one sitting. Yeah, actually, you know what? There's a couple of them sitting down here. Look at that. A couple of them here. Perfect. Don't you just hate it, everyone, when you accidentally buy, you know, a couple too many 9620 RXs? I know. Me neither. Okay, let's go to shop to the dump house. Right course, and we'll meet him once he's back there. Now, question is, everyone, what should we plant on the rest of these fields? I'm definitely thinking cotton again on the big field here. So that's kind of what I'm leaning on that field. So definitely going to be cotton again. I'm not sure on the rest of the fields. Probably a mixture of, well, I was definitely thinking corn on this field here again. Again, that's the field we were chopping corn on. So probably corn on this field. Cotton on that field. And then the other 4 fields here. No, or 5 fields. Yeah, 4 fields, I guess. Not counting that one because that one's already being planted, right? But speaking of which, I can plant soybeans now, right? Oh, no, I cannot. Okay, never mind. Everyone, actually, let me stop that. I just happened to think of that. No soybeans. That's right. Soybeans are a little later. Someone's probably already shouting at me in the comments. No soybeans at this time. Those... Actually, it is warm enough, isn't it? This is interesting. Technically, it is warm enough here, everyone. We should be able to plant soybeans. It just, yeah, it says we're not in season for it. Yeah, temperature does go back down again. Oh, that's interesting. Temperature goes back down, huh? 56 degrees. Must be Michigan-like weather here going on at the moment. As we're saying, Michigan, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. And if you don't like the early spring, don't worry. Winter will be back. And for that matter, you know, if you think fall ended too soon, you know, winter came too quick, well, just give it a day. Winter, fall will be back. Or maybe even we'll just go back to summer sometimes, you know. Okay, so can I plant cotton this time of year here then? There goes my plan for this episode. I figured we'd start on some soybeans, but just cotton. Whoa. Cotton is okay, so we gotta wait all the way till summer for this. Okay. Corn, can't plant corn either. Okay, that I think that's pretty standard for Seasons mod typically. Definitely looks like it changed up the way Seasons is running here now that I took out the Midwest Geo. Not entirely sure I like how this is working out, but whatever. So we can plant wheat, barley, oats. We can plant some canola. We can plant sunflowers. Well, let's see what's here. Most of those crops are probably going to be planted with our drills then, which are all set and ready to go, by the way. So maybe we'll break out some drills here this episode. As I was saying, I thought we'd maybe start a little bit slower here, not just go all out right away, because, yeah, work our way into it, right? Make sure we don't break too many things all at once. Ooh, speaking of R4045s, someone in the comments added them up and said I had 27 of them. I think he's right, too. I think that is 27 of them. I actually, everyone, to be honest, I haven't actually added them up. Yeah, 20 is there actually, wait a minute, there's 2 missing there. Nah, there might not be 27. No, wait, there should be. I think there's, maybe I only have 1 extra. There actually might only be 25 of them. Oh, that's terrible. Wait, we should buy 2 more and make sure the person in the comments was right. Okay, well, we'll just park there. One thing we could probably do is go feed the cows here again. Well, actually, you know what? They're actually looking pretty good, aren't they? No, I guess I did feed the cows. Okay, never mind, everyone. Skip that one, too. I was thinking I had to feed the cows yet. Nope, I must have done that here before I quit there last night in the game. So cows indeed are fed. Speaking of the cows, I guess they're looking pretty good. And we actually should be getting some milk here fairly soon, I would think. Yeah, no milk here yet. 0.2 years, 0.4 years. Okay, this is going to be a little bit yet, isn't it? As I said, I seriously disagree with how Seasons Mod does the cows. We're really not going to get much from these cows here on this, even though we've played quite a bit on the map. Everyone, just the way the cows are. What are we looking at for weight here on our beef cows, by the way? 1,200 pounds, 1,500 pounds. Oh boy, those red poles are getting heavy. I forget again, everyone, what the sell price was for these. I'm going to have to go back and look at what Seasons Mod recommends for selling them at. They're all the same weight. That's kind of interesting. No variation at all, huh? Okay. I mean, that's fine. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, all the same there on... Oh, those are the Holsteins. I want to look at the Angus. That's right, the Angus. Yep, Angus are all the same as well. Health, 95%, huh? Well, they're actually looking pretty good on health. I like to see that. How are our Shires are looking pretty good, 93%. Ah, so the straw must make a difference here, everyone. That is, I think, the highest percentage I've ever seen my cows at. Normally hovering in the mid to upper 80s, usually. That's where the health on my cows are usually at. As we mentioned there a couple episodes back, I did turn the straw back on, so they are getting straw. That is, of course, costing us a small fortune each day, but yeah, again, I point you to the top right corner of the screen there in case you have any questions about that. That 9620RX here yet? He's almost here. I'm kind of waiting for him to get here so I can put him away so he's not in the way on the road. Again, I am using the Giants DLC 9620RX here. Again, reason for that, I know a few of you folks have been asking why not use the custom modding one. Again, the one from Giants DLC, everyone, is far more optimized, which, given the amount of equipment on here, everyone, is relatively important to me. Try to keep the frame rates as reasonable as possible. And, yeah, it may, I kind of like the looks of the tracks on the custom modding one a little bit more, even though I really like the 3D tracks. The size of these tracks are a little bit smaller than custom moddings. I kind of like the bigger, wider tracks. But, oh well. Gotta say, the 3D tracks do look nice, though. They do look really nice. For those of you who have not seen any of the 3D tracks in the game yet, I don't know if there's anything free that has the 3D tracks. Unless mod authors have started incorporating them. I know both the Kloss DLC and now, of course, the Burgol. Well, someone said it's pronounced without the T on the end, so Burgol? Burgol, whatever. DLC, of course, includes the 9620RX here, which has the 3D tracks as well. Speaking of which, someone said they were looking through the game files. Apparently, if you look through the game files, there is references to more sizes of John Deere tractors in there, which would potentially suggest, everyone, that at some point maybe more tractors are going to be coming. More sizes of 9Rs, 9RXs, 9RTs potentially. I have not validated that claim myself. I haven't gone to look, but yes, I did see someone posted some images from the supposedly the game files there that would indicate as much. So that's rather interesting, I thought. Okay, so I can't plant that field. That field is fully fertilized, so I shouldn't really have to do anything with it. I suppose we could cultivate it for the fun of it, but that shouldn't be necessary. Okay, let's maybe get some grain drills going here then. Let's just start with a field right behind us. I don't think we need to get 8 of them going on that one, so maybe just get like 2 of them, 1 from each end. I think that'll be a pretty good start. But let me just start with the ones in front. Well, we can start with the ones behind here. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Back it up. Oh, let's see. There's some wheat. Shall we plant some wheat? I guess wheat would be a good crop, right? Thinking we'll probably stick with some more American crops here. At least that's my thoughts anyway. Just a reminder here, too, everyone, if you'd like to join us on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, again, you are welcome to do so. Information down below in the description there. Again, anyone's welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. And don't forget, too, if you'd like to watch the multiplayer action, you can find that over on Twitch. Again, RDAllen on Twitch there. Link is down below for that as well. Okay, and I don't plan on setting up course play for this, by the way. I think we'll just throw a hired worker on this, for the small field here. Small field, he says. A small field that's probably bigger than an entire 1X map. Or real close to it, anyway. Please wait while it folds out. Quite the fold-out process on this, by the way. Kind of cool. Kind of cool to see how everything kind of folds together, folds down. Like I said, everyone, that is quite the unfolding process here on this. Definitely nice job, in my opinion, on Giant's part for that. Okay, let's say once here. Wheat. I guess wheat it is, everyone. We'll go with that. Hire the worker. And does this field need to be fertilized yet? Again, I know last fall in the game, there's some of the fields we just could not get another application of fertilizer on, just the way it worked. Unless we wanted to do some extra plowing and cultivating. It's like, well, that's just not necessary. We'll have to wait till after. No, this field should be good. Okay. Let this planter get a little further on. This fertilizer should be being applied to the field. It is. Good. Cool. Okay, let's go grab another one here. Oh, perfect. The game even put us in the next one on the row here. Not sure why that tank is all mixed up, but oh well. Probably got into the one behind it, didn't we? Pulling the other one out. And for those of you wondering, yes, everyone, there is 16 John Deere 9620 RXs there, with 16 of these seeders and carts behind it. Yes, 16 of them. Still trying to figure out, everyone, how I can run 16 of these with course play. Again, as I noted before, I don't think it's going to be possible, so we'll have to settle for 8. I know, measly 8 of them. Terrible, isn't it? Terrible when you can only run 8 of your giant seeders at a time. I mean, we can run 16 of them at once, so we'll just have to probably split them up on 2 different fields. Okay, we'll read a few quick comments here a moment. Rob was saying, I think there's a command line to add a layer of snow. Might take a good long while on a map of that size. I believe it's RM add snow or something like that. I did look through the list of commands available. Maybe I missed it, very well possible, but I did not see that command. I seen some commands that had to do with like weather and precipitation and stuff, but like I said, I did not see anyone that added like snow. And I know at least back in Farming Simulator 17, everyone, yes, that was the command, RM add snow. I think that was the exact command too, if I remember correctly. I didn't actually try typing that in to see if it would work, but like I said, if it did work, it should have shown up on the list. Brian was saying you only double cropped that one field. Right, and for some reason, like I said, it didn't turn out. I don't know why, but did something wrong in that field, I guess. I don't know. Or again, probably just a conflict there with the Seasons mod, maybe. Whatever. Oh well, is what it is. Oh, and yes, as several of you noted there in the last episode, you like the autumn oaks. I'm not entirely sure how that happened there, one. I have no idea how that happened. In fact, I should probably really go look into investigate how that happened, because that shouldn't have happened. I typically just copy paste that information over, and obviously autumn oaks has been done, long gone, put away a long time ago, so how that got pulled up, I don't know. Donald was saying in East Tennessee, schools are closed and stores are putting limits on some things. Oh yes, we got the same thing here as well, Donald. Visited the store a couple times here now. Still have not seen any TP at the stores. Ridiculous how that's just, you just can't find that. And then yeah, a lot of stores out of food and food items as well. Cleaning items, cleaning supplies, just cleaned out. Absolutely cleaned out. So yeah, hopefully everyone's staying safe with this situation. Stop hoarding crap. Shouldn't be necessary. The industry that supplies all the food and toilet paper, for that matter, is still in business yet. They are still making it. People are buying and, well, hoarding it. That is kind of the problem here at this point. Also, hopefully we don't have any the viewers here actually infected by the virus. And or if you are, hopefully you're doing okay. Definitely a bit of a, I don't know if scary situation is the right word for it, but should be taken seriously, I guess you could say. Definitely, take precautions. Be careful. And, yeah, hopefully if everything works out, everyone, hopefully it'll only last a couple of weeks here. Hopefully, or I should say a few weeks, probably. And, yes, I know, really enjoying reading some of you folks' comments here as to what's going on here as well around the country. You know, again, everyone, I can only speak to what's going on around where I live. And, again, Michigan here, schools are closed down, all public meeting places. And when I say that, I'm restaurants and bars and anything where, the public gathers have pretty much been shut down as well. Again, stores are like bare. There's like nothing. So, yeah. Definitely, like I said, everyone, definitely be careful. Be safe. Take precautions. Wash your hands. Let's see what's here. Darren was saying your alfalfa is just fine in sync with the grass now. That's a good point. How's the alfalfa doing? Speaking of alfalfa, oh, that's a Rubicon. Do need to spray that field as well, don't I? I have no idea how long it's going to take the alfalfa to regrow here, everyone. Or actually grow in the first place. For that matter, I should really have the grass turned on as well. Be interesting to see. Hopefully without the Midwest Geo in there, the grass and the alfalfa should have been separate, so I don't know if that would have mattered or not, but hopefully the grass will actually grow a little more properly now. A little bit ridiculous before. Yeah, Cody was mentioning it as well. What's up with the Autumn Oaks episode there? Yeah, that was a slight oopsie on my part. Still don't know how that happened. Like I said, I gotta investigate that one there. CTX was saying absolute legend. Wow, legend, huh? That's... I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but thank you very much for that. Zachary was saying I live in Hillard, Ohio. All the schools here are closed, but my farming and landscaping business is still up and running. Well, that's good. Good to hear the business is up and running. I guess the big news from my part of the country here, again, Michigan, everyone, is the big three automakers have decided to close down as a result of that. That is definitely going to put a hit on the economy, especially at least Michigan's anyway. Michigan's economy, I would say, still probably fairly heavily relies on the automakers yet. That's definitely going to slow down a lot of businesses. At least for my part of it, where I work, I don't believe we do anything with automotive. More on the office and medical side of things, so... Which, yeah, at least up until this point, everyone has been fairly busy this year. Typically, this is our slow time of year, and it is starting to slow down a little bit, but, yeah, it's actually been a really busy this year so far, which is good, I guess. Let's see what's here. Jim was saying, great videos always. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for that. Always enjoy reading your comments there, Jim. Hopefully, you're doing okay where you're at, as well as all my viewers for that matter. It looks like the schools here in Ohio are going to be dismissed for the rest of the year, according to our governor. Not sure if this means those schools will have to be held back a year and retake their current classes next year. Yeah, that is going to be interesting. I'm really curious, everyone, as to what they're going to do about that. I know some of the schools obviously are going to be going to more of an online platform, which I would assume that means, the kids can keep going to school. I guess isn't quite the right word for it, right? But they can keep learning through their online platform, so I would assume that would mean they could complete the class year. But, yeah, for the schools that are not going to do that, I mean, essentially missing, what, a third of the school year? Because, I mean, March, April, May, and usually, at least around here, everyone, even somewhere halfway into June, sometimes the schools. So 3.5 months of school. That's, yeah, that's quite a bit of schooling to miss. Black Hand Ghost was saying I'm out of school until April 10th, possibly out until September. And again, from what a lot of you folks are saying, a lot of schools are closed for like anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. And of course, then reevaluating after that, depending on what the situation is like. And I think I noted this last episode here as well, but at this point, I don't believe anyone alive has ever really gone through probably a situation quite like this, unless maybe you kick it back to more of a war-like situation. But I'm not sure. I don't know if that would quite fall under the same category as what we're having to go through now, because obviously, wartime, they didn't really have to cancel schools so much then. I mean, obviously other things are going around then, but, well, and by going around, I don't mean viruses, but... let's see what Eric was saying. I've been out of school for 14 years. Trump that for the few weeks they're getting. They might be getting more in a few weeks here, but, yes, very true. At least for myself, I don't have to particularly worry about being out of school, as I'm out of school as well. Although, if you think about it, everyone, even for those of us that say we're out of school... where we still hopefully learn something every day, or at least every so often do we learn something anyway. As some say, learning never really stops. Just maybe the source of your learning changes. Let's see what your NL Gaming was saying when you were dropping those bales in the OP sell point. Some of them missed the trigger box. Yes, indeed they did. We had to go pick those back up and... yeah, that was definitely a bit interesting. They're selling all the cotton bales. Definitely want to try that again. I don't know that we can really streamline the process anymore, everyone, as far as like selling of the bales. I don't have a better idea. Would have been nice if Courseplay would have worked with the trailers that we had, but it just did not want to. So we had to make things a little more OP, shall we say. Let's see what's here. The comical Canadian. Oh boy, here we go with Canadians. I mean, okay. Couldn't resist. Nice video. Keep it up. Thank you very much for that. Pizza Rocks was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. James was asking, are you working from home and or are you shut down? Actually, you know what? I don't remember. Maybe I read that comment already. But again, to answer that, no, everyone, I am still able to go to work yet. Fortunately. So, yes, still able to go to work yet. And like I said, at least at the moment, we're still somewhat busy. Although, again, this is usually our slow time of year, so... Hopefully, we don't get to the point that requires, the government says, shut everything down. Hopefully, we don't get to that point. I understand in some parts of the country, they are saying, shut it all down. That's, yeah, like I said, hopefully we don't have to get to that point. Hopefully. Hopefully what they are doing so far will work enough. Let's see what's her. I'm in Arkansas. We're out as well. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should rephrase my question here at this point. I know I asked, last couple episodes, who's out of school and where are you from. Maybe I should ask, is anyone actually still going to school yet? And anyone actually have school? We've even had comments there from Australia, Finland. Oh, I know a couple of the big ones there, or a couple of the big ones I remember anyway there. So again, kind of cool when you see comments from other countries. Okay, well, everyone, looking at the time, I think with that, we're going to wrap this up here. Again, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.